If you can't beat him, join him. Or if you can't beat him, have him join you. The Patriots, finally. This just makes all the sense in the world for the Patriots to have finally made this move. I'm hyped like they're my team right now. Because I'm just happy for Cam Newton. And I'm excited to see Cam Newton with Bill Belichick. I'm excited to see it. Because Cam Newton is somebody that can do it all. He's somebody that has the ability to make any type of play that there is to make. The short throws, the intermediate throws, the deep throws. Or, if he needs be, he'll take off. And Cam Newton, one thing that I absolutely love about his game is that he puts himself out there. He puts himself out there for his team. Now, I know the Super Bowl, the whole fumble thing, but besides that, he puts it out there, man. And Cam Newton to the Patriots, this is going to be fun. This just made the AFC East that much more interesting. Because a lot of us, including myself, was thinking, okay, Jarrett Stidham, I'm naive to him, don't know anything about him. So I can't call him good, I can't call him bad. Brian Hoyer, if he would have been a starter, yeah, exactly. You get my point. So with the Patriots, while their defense was still intact, so I could see the Patriots having some low-scoring games, their offense, I just felt like their offense was going to keep them out of it just because of the quarterback situation. Because I felt like they most likely would have started Brian Hoyer. But hey, who knows? Hopefully now we don't have to know. But I thought this division was the Bills. Because the Bills, they were on the come up last year. The Bills, they are a young team. They added a few pieces. I was like, okay, yeah, Bills gonna do this. Because Dolphins, I feel like Dolphins could be more competitive next year. But we'll see. And then the Jets. Well, yeah. But I just felt like the Patriots, like, okay, they were done running the show. But now you add a Cam Newton to the mix. You add a Cam Newton to the New England Patriots. You add a Cam Newton to Bill Belichick and everything that he was able to accomplish with the Tom Brady. And no, I'm not saying that Cam Newton is better than Tom Brady. Athletically, yes. Career-wise, what he's accomplished, of course not. Well, nobody has accomplished more than Tom Brady. But this made me that much more excited for football again. I mean, I'm already excited for it because me and my wife and Carter, we were at a restaurant yesterday, and they were playing NFL Network. And they were playing a game between Mason Rudolph and Jacoby Brissett. The Colts versus the Steelers. How exciting. But for me, when I saw it, I looked up at the screen and I saw a football broadcast. And I was like, man, I missed this. I miss it. I don't even care that it was Mason Rudolph, man. I ain't even care. Because I just missed that. And NFL, I was telling my wife, NFL Network was showing the schedule for each team at the bottom of the screen, scrolling across. And I was like, man, I miss seeing that graphic. I miss seeing stuff like that. But it was just a beautiful thing. But anyway, Cam Newton, he joins the Patriots and he gives them new life. And Cam Newton, in the video the other day, it was a little petty. But he just wanted to let people know because he probably feels like people have been being petty with him. Cam Newton was like, Shoulder, you doing okay? Okay, you good? Foot, you doing okay? Oh, you good? Yeah. Because he has had to go the extra mile to let people know that he's healthy. He's had to go above and beyond. I know there's been some people that have been like, oh, why is he posting so many videos? Well, it's like this guy hasn't even been getting a shot. Nothing. And apparently this deal was in the works for a while. That's what Ian Rappaport said. But at the same time, it's like, hey, if I'm Cam Newton, I can't count on that. And I don't know what a while is in Ian Rappaport's terms. Because a while to some people could be a couple days. A while to some people could be a couple months. And I remember when we did the video maybe like a month ago that talked about the Patriots that they talked to that they talked to Cam Newton early on in free agency. But nothing had come from it. So maybe that's where it started. But regardless, if I'm Cam Newton, and even if the Patriots tell me, hey, we're interested, but just wait it out a little bit. Just hold on a little bit. If I'm Cam Newton, I can't count on that. I can't, because that ain't nothing but a word. And teams' word, a verbal agreement with a team, those could fall through any second. And I mean, we've seen it with teams that even announce verbal agreements. Well, the teams don't announce it, but the reporters do, where they come to a verbal agreement with a player. It's happened so many times, especially over the past 2 years with this whole legal tampering period that I hate. They need to just get rid of it. Just go straight to free agency. Don't waste the time. What's the point? There's no point in legal tampering period. But anyway, it's happened so many times where teams will come to an agreement with these players, and then all of a sudden it'll be like, it fell through. So again, if I'm Cam Newton, if Patriots are just telling me they're interested, I ain't stunting that. I'm still out there trying to talk to people. I'm still out there trying to see where my interest level is. So, but I'm glad that this finally came to fruition with Cam Newton in New England, because it makes sense. It makes sense. Apparently, the deal is worth up to $7.5 million, but it's heavy incentive based. I'm sure there are going to be playtime incentives. There may be touchdown incentives. There may be rush yards incentives. There may be win total incentives. There may be starting incentives. There may be workout bonuses. There may be all that stuff. And I don't think there was one person, maybe there might have been some, but I don't think anybody expected Cam Newton to get this big whopper contract coming out of free agency. I don't think anybody expected that. Coming off the injury. I don't think anybody expected that at all. But I don't think anybody expected Cam Newton to have been out as a free agent for this long. I don't think you could have expected that. But now I'm glad that he's finally got a home. So he got a running back, Sony Michel. Got a receiver, Julian Edelman. Got N'Keal Harry too. Tight end situation in New England, not too familiar with it. Offensive line situation in New England, it could get a little rougher if they end up trading that offensive lineman. The one that they franchise tagged. His name is not coming. I want to say Tanny, but I don't think that's his name. His name's not coming to me right now. But the thing with New England, their strength, the defense, man. That defense. And that's actually been one of New England's strengths for a while, man. For a while. Like, New England usually has, like, this sneaky type of defense. It's usually sneaky defense. Because everybody would usually be so focused on their offense that it's like, oh, we didn't even realize that the defense was actually pretty good, too. But now Cam Newton joins that. Oh, we're going to get to see a Cam Newton versus Lamar Jackson. Nice. Cam Newton versus Tua. Okay. Cam Newton versus Josh Allen. Okay. Cam Newton versus Joe Flacco. Even though we've seen that already, but because we know Darnold's going to get benched. Nah, I'm just joking. Sorry, Jets fans. I got to give it to y'all sometimes, man. Whew. But Belichick, the mastermind that he is, he has an opportunity to really get creative. And no, you don't want to put Cam Newton in harm's way. You don't want to get too creative, man. But that's been the thing with Belichick. He doesn't get too creative. He doesn't get too fancy with it. He doesn't get too pretty with it. With his creativity, it'll catch you off guard. Because the game could be going one way. Then all of a sudden, he'll throw in a little wrinkle in there. And it'll be like, okay. We didn't see that coming. But that's one thing that you got to respect about Belichick is that the way that he coaches, he's usually, not all the time, but usually 10 steps ahead of the game. He's 10 steps ahead of the game. Now, in the last game that we saw from him, he wasn't 10 steps ahead then. Vrabel came through, got a little petty with him. So, okay, we see. And he got beat by Vrabel. Then the Lions beat him, was it last year or 2 years ago? So his former coaches had to come back and beat him. And then last year too, Brian Flores. So those former New England coaches, they got some info on them. They know some stuff. They know what it takes. They know what it takes to beat Belichick. Harbaugh too. John Harbaugh. He know what it takes to beat Belichick. But Belichick is still a very smart coach. And the thing about him is that what you notice about New England is that they maximize their players' talents and they take advantage of all of the talents that their players have. If your player can throw, your player will be throwing, no matter what position you play. That's why I felt like Taysom Hill, because he was a pending free agent, but the Saints obviously put the restricted free agency, the restricted tag on him. They made him a restricted free agent. They put the first round tender on him. That's what it was, the tender, not the tag. But I thought that New England could have been a good fit for Taysom Hill, because he does so many different things, and that's what Bill Belichick and them Patriots, that's what their coaching staff loves for the players to do, when you can do so many different things. So if you can throw, no matter what position you play, you will be throwing that football. If you can run, no matter what position you play, you will be running that football. Like we've seen it so many times. Some of the players that come to mind, Rex Burkhead. But when you go a little more throwback, Deion Branch. These guys had a receiver playing cornerback. Then, a couple years ago, they had Cordero Patterson. And he was a wide receiver his entire career because he was with the Vikings. I think he had a little stint with the Bears too. But on the Patriots, he was a receiver. But then he's like, no, you ain't no receiver. That's not the place for you. They put him at running back, and it worked out well. So with Cam Newton, with him being a quarterback that can throw and run, Josh McDaniels, he's gonna have a good time. He's gonna have a really good time. So anyway, just like Cam Newton told everybody in free agency, he said, "Hey y'all, I got a deal now, so I'm out."